What's up, guys? So, the Mortal Kombat 2 full movie roster has been revealed. Now, the question remains who survives and wwho doesn't? I decided to make a tier list for every character, and I'm going to put them in one of three categories. They're safe, meaning they're going to make it to at least the next movie. 50-50, which means, depending on the storyline, they can go either way. Or the last one is they're cooked. They're not going to survive the movie. First, we're going to start off with our boy Johnny Cage, played by Carl Urban. And a lot of people thought that he should have been introduced in the first Mortal Kombat movie, but I guess that's what Cole Young was for. Now, the creators, producers, and directors of this movie have made it clear that no one, absolutely no one, is safe. And you guys might think it's crazy, but I'm going to go ahead and put Johnny Cage at 50-50. Y'all are thinking, oh, well, there's no way that they're going to kill off a new character they just introduced. I don't know, especially if you guys seen Mortal Kombat Annihilation. So, Johnny Cage, I'm going to go 50-50. Cole Young, played by Louis Tan. A lot of people feel like that he should be X'd out in this movie. I think just based off of how this franchise is going to go, because they say they're going to stretch this out to at least 3 to 5 movies. But if he survives this movie, which I think he will, he's definitely going in the third one. So Cole Young, I'm going to go 50-50. King Jared, I'm going to keep this one short, sweet, and to the point. He's cooked because, spoiler alert for Mortal Kombat lore and people who aren't familiar with it, King Jared's body or his spirit is basically the vessel for Ermac, who I think is probably going to be either introduced in the third one or he's going to make a surprise cameo appearance in the second one. But yeah, there's no Ermac creation without King Jared's death. So yep, he's cooked. Jade, played by Tata Gabrielle. This may be somewhat of a hot take, but I think Jade is cooked because she might be that sacrificial lamb type of character where Kitana finds herself in a life or death situation and she sacrifices herself. Yeah, I think that's what's going to happen. That and the fact that I think they're going to use her death to introduce Tanya in the third movie. Princess Kitana. I'm about 90% sure that she's safe. She's going to last till at least the third or the fourth movie because, come on, she's Liu Kang's love interest. They're not going to pass up that storyline. And I think they're going to try to use her DNA to try to reclone Melina. So I think it's a pretty good bet she's going to survive this movie. Queen Sindel. This one, I think I'm going to go 50-50 because I think we're going to be able to see her turn evil because she's this neutral queen as far as I'm speculating. And I think what they're going to do is probably have her be Shao Kahn's queen after King Jared gets X'd out. Either that or she could lose her life and then they could do the Revenant storyline in the third movie. So I'm going to go 50-50. Shang Tsung. I'm going to say he's cooked only because of the inclusion of Quan Chi in this movie. It wouldn't surprise me if he survived, especially if they wanted to do the Deadly Alliance storyline for either the third or fourth movie, but I'm going to go out on a limb and say that he's cooked. Same thing for Shao Kahn. I don't think he survives, especially because if they want to introduce Shinnok in the third and the fourth movies, but yeah, they got to get rid of a villain. So I think both of them are cooked. Baraka, same thing. Baraka has pretty much become a jobber in the Mortal Kombat universe, so he's going to be pretty much one of the first people on the chopping block. Baraka, yep, he's cooked. Quan Chi, the master of necromancy and bringing dead people back to life. I think he's safe throughout this movie. It's like I said, especially if they want to do the Deadly Alliance storyline, and he's responsible for bringing Shinnok to Earth. So I think he's going to stick around for at least 1 or 2 more movies. So Quan Chi is safe. Sonya Blade. I'm gonna keep it simple. She's safe unless they really want to throw a curveball at us and give Johnny Cage some motivation, or they could do the Mortal Kombat X storyline and they keep her alive just long enough for then. But yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and say that Sonya Blade is safe. Kano. I'm gonna go 50-50 because they could possibly introduce Jarek, but then again, Jarek is not really a popular character in the Mortal Kombat franchise. But I think they need him just for comic relief. So just for the sake of it, I'm gonna go 50-50. Jax, played by Makad Brooks. I was bouncing back and forth between safe and 50-50, but it depends on how they use him. You don't really see too much of him, but just for the sake of it, I'm gonna go 50-50 for him. Lord Brayton, he's safe. He's about 99.9% safe unless they want to do something crazy with him, which I doubt they'll do it. I don't think that he's going to be in danger of losing his life until maybe like the fourth or fifth movie if they take it that far. Liu Kang, I think he's another one who's safe until at least the fourth or the fifth movie. I mean, he's pretty much the protagonist, the main character, unless they want to be bold and do the Deadly Alliance storyline to where he ends up getting X'd out. But yeah, I'm about 95% sure he's safe. My boy, Kung Lao, played by Max Huang. Well, he already passed away in the first movie. He was brought back as a revenant, so it's clear. But Will he stay deceased after he's defeated in this movie, which I think he's going to be deceased, or will he get his regular life back? I'm not sure, so I'm going to go 50-50. But you know, in these movies, nobody ever stays dead for long. Bi-Han, aka the first Sub-Zero, aka Noob Saibot, played by Joe Taslim. I'm going to go 50-50 because his death could bring about the appearance of the second Sub-Zero, Kuai Liang. And come on, he's a Wraith, so Wraiths usually don't stay dead. And last but not least, Scorpion, played by Hiroyuki Sanada. I think it's pretty much a foregone conclusion that he's safe until at least the fourth and the fifth movie as well. But yeah, guys, that's my tier list of who makes it and who doesn't for Mortal Kombat 2. You guys drop it in the comments and let me know who you think. You think I'm spot on? And also make your own tier list of who you think who's safe and who's not. See you guys next video. Peace.